Well, thank you guys so much. I know you guys are in the middle of rehearsal, so I appreciate you speaking with the Chicago Defender. So, you guys are known for touring and for being a group that has literally enjoyed longevity because of the fact that you guys tour regularly. What has it been like to not be able to tour, especially with the pandemic, and to now be able to get back out there in front of the people?
Well, man, we were actually out there on the road as Michael DeVoe and Bobby Brown during the pandemic at times.
Okay.
Tastefully done, of course, but as New Edition,
Right.
this has definitely been about 6 years in the making, going on 7. And right there is the door that walks into our rehearsal. You can't see it right now, but the band, the dancers, us, the sound, like everybody is in there really putting in some work. And we're excited about what the people are going to see starting on February 16th.
Yeah. Well, you guys will be here in the city in March, first weekend in March. So
Yeah, we don't like snow.
It's a hot mess over here right now. What can Chicago audiences expect when you guys hit the stage again?
Chicago's one of our favorite cities to perform in. They can expect what they've always gotten. They've always gotten. I believe we always bring to the table excitement. I think we always bring to the table fun and just pure energy. We model ourselves after so many other groups of the old ways, the Temptations, Blue Magic, and we take our performances very seriously. So that's why what you said earlier about us being able to have longevity because of our live performances. That's what we do best. We do that well, and we're very proud of our performances.
But you guys, from everything is thought out, from the stage, the costumes, from the set list. How do you guys approach, because you guys do have so many hit records as a group and individually, how do you guys put together that set list with so many hits?
Well, we feel out how to rock the show, and because we have the New Edition records, Danielle, and we got the solo records, we just try to figure out what do the people need to hear right here, and we just pull that record down. It doesn't matter. Like, there's no one particular flow. Like Bobby goes on stage by herself, BBD. We perform with each other, and in our last tour we did as RBRM. Ronnie and Ricky shared some of Bobby's songs parts, and Bob sung some of Do Me from BBD, and we think that formula works because everyone's been doing the song for so long, but it's just good to interact. So that's how we do it. We just say, yo, what's the intro? What's the next hottest joint? And before you know it, the concert is sequenced. And then you get to enjoy it in its entirety when we stop rocking.
What has it been like for you guys to not just perform together, but grow up and evolve as men? What does that feel like as far as your personal connection and how you guys gel professionally now?
Right. So that's what our relationship is all about, man. We have each other's back, whether it's off stage or on stage. At times I'm looking over at Mike to make sure, okay, am I doing the routine right? When I'm on stage, at times I'm looking over at Rick off stage to really have a real conversation with him about marriage and what it takes to stay in. So there's so many different dynamics that come to play that we feed off of each other and we learn from each other. So it's all gonna come and culminate into an explosion when we hit the road. 30 cities. Right. Imagine that, New Edition, like and to be able to hit Chicago as, like Bob said, one of the places that we cherish, and bring our relationships and all of that to the table, our professionalism. We just can't wait for that. We just can't wait for that.
What do you guys have coming for 2022 in addition to the tour? Do you guys have any other projects individually or collectively that you guys are working on?
Well, we all individually have projects. Of course, I have right now the documentary coming out on A&E, and a docu series on A&E also called Every Little Step. So that is something I'm working on. We're working on some music together, so expect some new music from New Edition. There's a lot of things. I let the guys tell you what they're working on. I know Mike has something.
Right. Yeah, I'm kind of like on the runway, Danielle, behind Bob with a documentary, not a series. I'm sorry, and it's just more about the gritty side of the business. Helping people understand what to do, what not to do. Not so much telling more of New Edition's business, but something inspiring for the next kid that want to enter the business to say, hey, these are the first steps you don't want to do. And these are the first steps that I would say, try to do and take your time doing it. So it's going to be fun, but it's going to be like a baseball bat hitting you in the face.
I'm just glad I'm a part of both of those stories. Not leaving me out. I better get a whole lot of screen time. Right. But that's that. We just support each other. For me, just making sure that people are allowed to be able to access generational wealth, like the real estate side of what I've been putting together off stage is really important. So as we move across the country, just getting the word out to as many people as possible about that and what it takes to jump in as a homeowner, or even up your game and go get some commercial property. They always say 40 acres and a mule, just making sure that people are connected to as many of those acres as possible, and doing my part on stage for sure.
Yeah.
And the good thing is, right, with this tour, and I think the reason why we're probably doing this is to push the narrative, to have people come out and have a good time. I mean, we're dealing with COVID, we're dealing with people trying to make a decision. Some are comfortable, some are not. But the one thing is, if you've ever been a first time, a second time, a third time at the concert, you at least know for one day out the year, you're going to have a damn good time seeing New Edition, Charlie Wilson, and Jodeci. And that's our whole point of this, is to promote, spread the word, touch the people, kiss the babies, talk to you, Danielle, uplift people. And even if you catch 3 of us on these interviews, we all stand 6 strong. Ain't no one not going to be there. So the viewers that are watching, we're holding it down. Ralph, Ricky, and Johnny. We move as a team.
Last question. One of the things we talked about, like amongst my peer group, is how much out of everything that was kind of stripped away during the pandemic, the one thing that we all said we missed more than anything was live music, and being able to connect with your fans and with the artists the way that we were accustomed to. You don't appreciate it until it's taken away and everything's on the computer screen. What are you guys most looking forward to about getting back on stage?
Well, I'm gonna go down the line opposite. For me, what you said, Danielle, what I thought you was gonna say, besides the music, I thought the pandemic either brought families together, or you realize, what you need to fix in your house. Absolutely. Because you couldn't go nowhere. And in my house, it was a lot of games playing. We had cook-offs with the kids. We found that after a while, it didn't really faze us, because we was finding more time to be with each other. And with us, it's the same thing, because we haven't been together on tour for years. We're just loving the camaraderie of moving through these cities rehearsing. That's my thing.
Wait, ladies and gentlemen, see, Ricky Bell just walked in the room. What's happening, y'all? Or walked out of the room. I told you the rehearsal is over that way.
We got so many surprises for y'all. Right. You never know who else is gonna walk through the door.
I'm the only one rehearsing today.
Right. Yo, what I'm gonna love about getting on stage with the guys and coming out of the pandemic, like you said, per se, is this one is called For the Culture, like it's the Culture Tour, right? So our entertainment is one thing, and how we do that for the culture, but to be able to hit a lot of these cities and not just extract, like we're talking to various individuals about programs and give back. You know, how do we make sure, you know, some kids have some bikes and some backpacks, or, you know, the basketball hoop is fixed and it's not leaning, or the pavement is what it's supposed to be on the court. Some of those things we're looking at making sure that we're doing in these cities and connecting, right? And making sure that we're blessed, right? To be a blessing to others. So I'm really looking forward to that part.
Me, I'm looking forward to just being on stage again. I love being on stage. It's a meaningful part of my life. And being with my fellas, man, that's just something that is definitely needed spiritually for me at this moment. So I'm just happy to be on stage and be able to perform for the people and give the people what they pay for, and that's entertainment.
I'm looking forward to seeing y'all in March, so I will be definitely in the building, enjoying myself and going back down memory lane. Hopefully you guys will just take me through all the way up to the present so I can enjoy myself.
We will.
We promise you. We got you, Dave.
We got you, right.
Thank you so much for speaking with the Chicago Defender. Enjoy rehearsal, and I'll see you first weekend in March.
Let's do it.
Thank you.